We are now in Chassis in the southern of France, and today I'm going to test drive the eDen. So some of you guys, guess old-ish people, will recognize this car because this car is based on the Citroen Mehari. So I'm too young for that. You know, I just have to look up what is this. I know Citroen 2CV, so you know, 2CV and Mehari is very similar cars, but okay, I shouldn't talk too much about this because I don't know too much about these classic cars, but I guess people who know what it is, they'll be like, oh. Yeah, so basically it's a Mehari chassis, and then they made it electric, so they cannot call it electric Mehari or e-Mehari because that belongs to Citroen, you know. But anyway, so they call it the eDen. So let me show you here. Let's take a little tour around. We got two cars here. These are probably the first two cars built, but it's a fairly small car. Would you call it an SUV? It looks like a Jeep in some ways, you know. Just look at this front windscreen. It's just totally flat. You have tiny wipers. This is just how it was. This is like, you know, this is how you know this car. You know, it was like, let me sit in here. Oh, everything is manual here. You know, there is no power steering. The gear here is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like you change gear by pushing and pulling this rod. I've been given some instructions though. I think this is neutral, and then. Yeah, so we will struggle a little bit with the gears here, but basically, let me show under the hood, by the way. This one, I mean, it has, was it 4 gears forward and 1 reverse, but because it's electric, we only use the 3rd gear. But we can shift up to 4th gear if we want to, or we can even use, if you have more load and we need more torque, then we can use 2nd gear. So this is the first time I tried an EV with a gearbox. Let me show you here. Under the hood looks like this. Well, okay, don't mind this one. Is whoa, the hood is loose. Oh shit, the hood is loose. Okay, whoa. Okay, this is of course the part of the classic package, which is a loose hood. Let's just put it here, kind of. Okay, but so this is the junction box where the high power, high voltage cables come in, and then you see it's wired to this passive cool 15 kilowatt electric motor that is connected to the gearbox. Maybe you can see better from this side here. Yeah, so they haven't modified too much, you see. They just use the same design. So here is where the fossil engine would be before. So they just replaced that one. That's why you can still use the gears. Here, this is the charger. You can hear the fan is blowing here. So it's just a tiny onboard charger, probably like 3 kilowatt. We are charging on maybe 3.7. To show you here. Actually, no. We are charging on Shuko right now. So that is the only way to charge this car. Yeah, via the Shuko. No fast charging, no Type 2 charging. That's it. And then here we have a tiny trunk. So I fit my Tesla suitcase here, and we can fit a little bit more. So not too bad. And then it's a 4-seater. So you have seat belts here for the rear passengers. For the front, there is no, not. I mean, how do you say it? There's not much like neck rest here. Very tiny seats, but this is the beauty of this because it's not registered as a regular car. It's registered as what it's going to call it. The L1 something, which is like, it's considered a four-wheeler motor something, you know, ATV or whatever. So by doing that, it can pass some regulations. Like it doesn't need to have airbags and whatever, but the maximum speed has been limited to 80 kilometers per hour, 50 miles per hour, and it's not very powerful. It's just 15 kilowatts, and then the battery is placed under here, only 10 kilowatt hours, and it's been rated to go 150 kilometers in a single charge. But let's assume like 100 kilometers and about 60 miles. So you don't drive too fast with this. I tried it before we shot this video. Drove it like 60 kilometers per hour. It works fine, but you probably don't want to drive this on the motorway. And then, by the way, if it's, I mean, it suits best in areas like here in southern France. But there is a package here. This one is a cover, so you can cover up the sides here. For you see, they have the hooks here, so you can. But I guess people who know these cars, they know how this works. So you cover up them, and it can kind of keep you clean. I mean, keep you dry. It's not totally waterproof. Then we have buttons here for washer fluid, wiper, hazard light, and this is it will light up if you have low brake fluid. Yeah, now we're charging. This is probably something extra for just the electric one. You see, 54% state of charge. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, it's a tiny battery, and here we have also some HVAC. But the HVAC here is passive, because there is some. Let's see if I can show you here. But this is weird. It's different here. There's supposed to be some ventilation holes. Let me show you on this car. And here, you see that tube there? Huh? That's there and there. These are the passive tubes. So when you drive, the air will flow in there in the tubes and then come out here. Yeah. Passive ventilation for the wind. This is a different color, different trim. You have a nicer like leather steering wheel. Does it have like a horn? Huh? No. Turn signal here. Yeah, same with that one. This is a slightly different trim, but yeah, so interesting. I'm going to take a drive now. We will drive. Well, just waiting a bit because we have what was it, 54% state of charge. That means 50 kilometers of range-ish. Yeah, but we'll take it this drive around here and then see how it goes. So this will be interesting. So we'll drive two cars now. Let me show you here. First we have to turn on the ignition. See, this is a regular key here. It's supposed to work just like the classic one. There, okay, now it's the state of charge, 55%. And now the car is on. And then we have to, well, it's, now this is the third gear. I've been given some instruction. This is third gear. That's second gear. No, wait, this is neutral. This is neutral. Third gear, neutral, second gear. And then for reverse, I have to do this. Yeah, I heard a little, that means reverse. I basically only need second and third gear. If I want to go fourth gear, I have to do something like this. I think that's fourth gear, but for most time I will use third gear and second gear, maybe mostly just third gear and reverse. Yeah, there and the reverse. Okay, and here are the pedals for you guys who have seen it before. This is the clutch, that's brake, and that's accelerator. So if I press accelerator now, we are in neutral. Yes, we have confirmed we are in neutral. So we have to put it in third gear. There, this is third gear. Let's try again. Press the accelerator. Oh yes, now off you go. Okay, let's follow them. Yeah. So, it's a bit, I mean, you can hear like rattling and noises from the motor. It's like, it's not as refined as a Leaf, it's not as refined as a Tesla, but this car was never intended to be like a Tesla or a Leaf. It's it's a classic car. They made an electric, what is that sound? It sounds like the brake is, oh shit! I was driving with park brake. Shit, I forgot to release the park brake. Okay, now Good thing I noticed that sound. All right. So now we're driving. We're gonna take a trip to the Europe's tallest cliff. All right. Okay, turn signal. All right, let's go. So you know, the whole point with this car is that is that you want to have this classic, right? Man, let me adjust here. I have to do this all by myself, by the way. Yeah, I'm the cameraman, I'm the reporter, I'm the test rider. But you know, you want to have this because it's a classic car. But we don't know how the regulations will be in 10 years or 5 years, you know. Maybe they will ban gasoline cars. So that's the whole idea with this manufacturer, that they wanted to make this car available as an electric. Yeah, so you can still drive the classic as an electric. So it's like, it's future proof, right? And it doesn't have the same performance as the competitors. Like, I don't even want to call them competitors, you know, like the Leaf or the Eagle or the Kona. This is a car for fun, you know, and it's also it's also very expensive for what you get. But as I mentioned, you know, 15 kilowatt only. That's like some 20 horsepower and only 10 kilowatt hour battery. And it costs like, how much was it again? 25,000 euros. Oh yes, you can buy those other cars and you get better range, more comfort, more safety, more everything. But the whole point with this car is that you drive around the southern France. Like now, you go to the beach, you go to the like no, I have to pay attention. Go to the restaurant, come back, charge at home. That's it. Yeah. Oh, the camera's way off now. Oh shit. Okay, there. Yeah, that's better. So you hear the drivetrain. Yeah. Oh, let's go faster. Let's hammer it. We're doing 50 kilometers per hour. Oh, it goes up to 80 kilometers per hour. So no big deal. Yeah, let's go faster, let's hammer it. Oh, you want to hammer it? Oh, feels like driving that Twisty, yeah. Just a French, just like the Twisty. Yeah. So this car is for rich people. If for people who can afford having a house, if for people who can afford a house in southern France where they live somewhere else, they have several cars and they buy one of these. Yeah. Because they handmade these cars. It's manufactured by hand, and they don't make that many cars. They probably make like 30 to 50 cars per year only. So it'll be like for collectors. No. We have no brake, like no power braking. Yeah, and no power steering. Everything is manual. When I drove it earlier, I had 2 passengers with me, so it felt a bit weak. But now that I'm driving alone, it feels quite sticky. You know, it weighs only about 600 kilos, so that's like half or 1/3 of the weight of most other EVs on the market. So it, despite being so light, it's still very it's very nimble, you know. And I heard that it has more torque than the original fossil version, Mehari. Yeah, I can imagine how crappy the experience is with driving the classic fossil Mehari compared to this one. I'm used to electric, I'm used to Tesla, so it's still great fun. Yeah, nice weather today. Oh, I wish wifey was there with me. We had a great fun there. Oh yes. We have 50% state of charge left, and now we are climbing the hill, so we are burning energy we are building up potential energy in the car by going uphill. Yeah, it goes kind of slow again. Yeah, oh, steep hill. Those guys in front, they are 2 people, and the guy driving is somewhat heavy, so they, yeah, I guess they could downshift, but they just probably want to take it easy up here. Yeah, climbing the hill. We're going up there. Whoa, we go up there. Wow, that is, looks crazy. Oh yes, this is like the perfect car for driving around here. Nice weather. Yeah, it's nice today. It will not be very nice tomorrow. Tomorrow it will rain like in Norway. Yeah. Oh, come on, go uphill. Yes. Oh, that torque in the electric motor. You can just climb up the hills, no problemo. So, of course, I haven't tried the fossil version. Oh, hairpin turns. But I can imagine the fossil version is much harder to operate because you have to like change gears and all that stuff, you know. Whoa! We're almost on top now, and it's so windy here. Ah! This is a oh shit! This is the downside of not having windows or doors at all. You feel everything. You feel the elements. Ah! Oh, feels like everything is gonna blow out of the car. Oh, what an experience! Oh, stop! Ah, stop! Okay, I had to use the friction brakes a bit there. I wish the region was stronger, but it's been limited by the car. Oh, it's wagging. Oh, it wags like a boat. Let me try to. This is crazy. It wags still like a boat if I do like this. Alright, so now that we are stopped, we have to. Oh, what the heck is this? What is this handle? Okay, that's the horn. Oh, okay. But anyway, so this is the gear. Now I have the brakes on. If I release, then I could roll. But okay, so what I want to do is pull the handbrake. There, now I pull the handbrake, and the car is on. So technically, if you push the accelerator, you could go forward. So we can just like stop. Now we just switch off the ignition. We are at 41%. Well, let me just show you the car from outside again. Here out in the mountain. So look at the ground clearance, right? So I would almost call this a Jeep. Look at that ground clearance. It's like, you know, I wonder if it has more ground clearance than my Tesla Model X at very high. And like I mentioned, you know, the suspension here is like, it's I can like, it's like a boat. So it's supposed, I mean, it handles like rough terrain quite well. So maybe we should take it. Okay, maybe not off-roading, but yeah, I think it's off-road capable for people who are interested in that. But let's take a look here. I want to see what is over here. Oh, this looks scary. What the heck? Look here. Wow. So this is supposed to be, this is the Europe's tallest, what did they say again? Europe's tallest cliff. Yeah, let's go over here. Okay. Oh, let's better watch out so I don't fall off the cliff here. Yeah. Whoa! What? I'm getting a bit dizzy now. Ooh, ooh. Careful, careful, careful. Let's look over the edge here. Oh shit! Wow! Okay, cool. Right? Enough about that. Let's go back to the cars. Oh, that was pretty nice. I shot some photos here. Great view. But now we will put the car in reverse. So first we have to turn on the ignition again, and then wait a couple of seconds, and then it kind of initializes. There. Okay. Yeah. Right, now it says state of charge. Okay, and then push the brake. All right. I release the handbrake, and then I have to put this in reverse, which is now it's in neutral. And then there, I heard a little click. Okay, let's carefully just check that we don't go forward. So it's just, yeah, now it goes backwards. This is reverse. So it's actually, this is a bit weird because the motor is going forward and it's using the gears to reverse. Yeah, but they are building. I have no power steering. But they are building a more easier. Let me see. That's third gear. Yeah, an easier way of driving, like an automatic. Yes, so-called automatic gear, but it's not really automatic because what they did is they lock the gear in third gear, right? And then to reverse, you just reverse the direction of the motor. Yeah, like most EVs would do it, but in this one, the motor only goes forward and then you use the reverse gear to go backwards. That is kind of unique. So, I mean, if you drive this, you're driving a piece of history in a way, this car, and you're driving a classic, and you're driving a very weird and unique EV. Yeah. Okay, let's enjoy the ride down now. Let's see, we have 41%. Let's see if we can get some juice back when we go downhill. Yeah. Alright, going downhill, regenerating, trying to capture some of the energy downhill. Lots of noise from the drivetrain here. They haven't really cared about soundproofing anything. Now just let off the accelerator. Let it roll downhill. Yeah. Try to regen as much as possible. Oh, Ionic! Woo! Oh yeah, regen! It's probably regen as much as possible right now. Oh, brake! Whoa. Hairpin turn. Oh. Another hairpin turn. You have to use some friction brakes to go down. What? 30% grade? Are you crazy? 30% grade! So I didn't realize it was that steep when we got down here. Oh wow! Even a Tesla would have some problems regening at max here. We need like Kona regen. Oh! I have to use friction brakes there. I've never gone at 30% grade before. I had 18% grade downhill at Starheimskleva in Norway. 30% is a new record for me. Okay, something. It smells burn. It smells a little bit burn. I bet it's the brakes. Yeah, we've been using lots of brakes downhill here. We're down to 39% state of charge, by the way. So we regained some energy. Wow, we didn't consume that much going down. Yeah, burn brakes. Ugh. Seems like we're going to the city center. Yeah. Okay, what is this? Yes, cruising along with the eDen. Okay, just follow the lead car. Yeah, I have no idea where I am. I have no navigation. I have no touchscreen. Just following the traffic. Yeah, sneak around like a ninja. Well, again, almost a ninja. It still makes some sound from the drivetrain, so it's not as silent as the other EVs. But I guess still more silent than the Fossil brothers. We're now in the downtown of Kasi, and I would think that we are so far away from Norway, so there's like no supercharger or whatever here. And what do we see? 2 charging stations. they are free to park and probably also free to charge, but only Shuko. What, do you need RFID?
Yeah, you need a card.
Okay, you need a card, yeah, some kind of badge to start it, and then it's only a household plug. Shuko, yeah, 2 spots, right in the best spot here. I think we are going to that restaurant tonight, and yeah, I'm not gonna park in the middle here. Maybe I should move the car. But at least there's some infrastructure here. That's not too bad. What the heck? Okay, listen. Okay, second gear is so noisy. Okay, so we are in the 3rd gear, right? Let's shift to 2nd gear. What? That's 2nd gear. So noisy. It feels much faster. Shift the 3rd gear again. Yeah. Okay, let's use 3rd gear then. We're in bumper road now. Everything is shaking, the camera is shaking, I'm shaking, the car is shaking. We want to try to find some off-roading. Oh, let's see. Can we find a place we can off-road this car? Oh yes. Off-road the Jeep. I just call it the Jeep. Oh, the electric Jeep. Ooh. Okay, we have some gravel here. I put the car in 2nd gear. Let's see if we get some wheel spin. Let's hammer it. Oh shit! Oh, that's a lot. Okay, we're trying to find some. Let me see. Reverse. Where's the backup camera? There's the backup. This is the backup camera. Yes, there, right there. Okay, so let's. No power steering. The trick is you have to keep rolling a little bit, and then it's much easier to, do it. My first car was a Renault 5. Oh man, this car is so unrefined. Okay, let's just use 3rd gear. All right, let's see. Start rolling, and then off we go. Oh yeah. So I tried to find a place to off-road, but I couldn't find it. But I heard that these cars, they also come in all-wheel drive, and they are superb for off-roading. Yeah, almost nothing beats it. But just today we couldn't find the off-road track or off-road place. So let's head back. We have 22%. There is a red light now here, but it's still a charge. Fuel, well, it says fuel level. It's funny. Still a charge is at 15%, and it brights up red. So I'm getting low. The other car has higher state of charge. It started with higher, probably like 85, 90%. But mine is low, 15%. Oh, can we make it back there? Yeah. Otherwise, you have to find a Shuko and camp for like an hour, half an hour. Okay, we're back at the starting point now, but I just had to show you something, alright? Because with a fossil car, you can rev the engine. With this car, you can also rev the electric motor. Let's try. So now, just so I don't move, I put on the park brake, right? And then I set the gear in neutral. Okay, and now, you want to hear how you rev an EV? Oh yeah, okay, we have 14% left, so let's plug it in. So as I mentioned in the beginning, this is the only charging option. Just a Shuko in there, and then this end, well, it's a weird solution, but at least you have like, you can't poke your fingers in here. And then you have this one. Let me try to, is it? Okay, like that, yeah. So let's plug it in. Okay, it's plugged in. I heard some clicks. And now we can see here, yes, we are, Okay, I think it reads voltage because now the voltage, the charging voltage is slightly higher than the battery voltage, so it reports 17%. But I guess if you unplug, it will still show 15%. But I talked to the technician. Well, there's this one guy who's like responsible for developing this eDen car, and he knows all the technical details. So I will make a video tomorrow when we take a tour around the factory and see all this, and then you will see more about all the technical details. But I found out that the 10 kilowatt hour is the net, roughly the net capacity. The true capacity of the battery is about, he said about 11 something, about 11 kilowatt hours. So that means there's 1 kilowatt hour of braking protection, but that is enough. So I worked out that, so you have about 10 kilowatt hour usable energy. And this car, well, I mentioned it's rated for 150 kilometers, about 95 miles, but most of the time you will get about 100 kilometers, 60 miles. So that means that it has a consumption of only 100 watt-hour per kilometer. And how the heck is that possible when it has a brick? I mean, it looks like a brick. It has the aerodynamic like a brick. Probably because it's so light, only 600 kilos. So and it doesn't go that far. Most people, they don't drive that fast with this thing. I haven't even hit 90 kilometers. You can't hit 90 kilometers per hour. It only goes up to 80 kilometers per hour. Today I cruised at maximum 60-ish, 65 maybe, yeah, true speed. So it's a fun car. Like, it's expensive. This is not something you want for commuting or something. It's just the first car is probably a fossil car or a Tesla or a Kona or whatever. That's a primary car. And then this is just like a fun car you have for taking trip to the whatever, just like people that have a fun fossil car, yeah, whatever. So I guess I will stop now because the dog is barking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun for me at least. So talk to you guys later.